Sobriety found me, the urge to drink was completely gone. The smell of alcohol repulsed me as much as a simple mention of liquor. But it wasn't the vice that repulsed me. It was the way I used that vice, the way I allowed it to consume so many years, so many opportunities, so many achievements missed, so many self-improvement minutes, hours, days, weeks. How could I have allowed myself to be such a waste? It wasn't the vice's fault. It was my faulty choice, which I repeated day in, day out, while still expecting a different result eventually. Insanity. Once sobriety was here in my life, the minute it arrived, I felt like I was the character in some movie where the scene is pitch black due to no evidence of light. And then all of a sudden you hear the thunderous throw of a switch, and from above, a bright ass beam of the brightest white light you have ever experienced slices through the pitch blackness, brutally illuminating a naked man, shaking, afraid, vulnerable, more afraid of looking himself in the mirror than looking those who loved him in the eyes and saying, "Please, I'm so sorry." Because the truth be told, at least for me, and not to sound audacious, I knew those that loved me would forgive me and spare me one last undeserving chance. But as soon as I walked out of that ER visit, as sobriety settled in, internally, I felt and heard a low, disdain-toned voice grumble, "I will never forgive you." A void took its seat right next to sobriety. How could I become anything of good? Why should I deserve anything good? I'm supposed to die in that version of me. Maybe alcohol was saving me from realizing I could not save myself, or I would not save myself. That's an idiotic statement. Alcohol is a convincer, a master manipulator, but only if we pick it up, right? Only if we surrender to it, devote ourselves to it, does it become the addiction. The informal definition of addicted, enthusiastically devoted to a particular thing or activity. I went from being addicted to alcohol, sounds enthusiasm, to a default mode type, not consciously navigating a new path of addicted. But to what I didn't know. I just knew it wasn't vices. I went through this void, a grieving if you will, not for days, weeks, or months, but for a few years. That final visit to the ER due to my intoxication poisoning, ER diagnosis, alcohol poisoning, violently separated me from my old version of self. No soft music, no fancy dinner, just a fucking thunderbolt jagged like a motherfucker like Shazam. But no heroic music, or applause, or oohs and ahs. Just a somber walk to our car in the hospital parking lot on a dark night. We search so much for that one thing, one more script, one more program, one more free PDF guide, one more self-help article, one more testimony of what worked for someone we may never meet or have any commonality with other than being an addict of bad habits to make it all come together. And when our lives still do not change instantly after consuming that one more thing, we throw in the towel, easily convinced nothing is working, or worse, that we are too far gone. But it may take all of those things, not just one on its own. It takes addiction to refocus addiction. Audicere, Latin origin meaning the state or condition of being dedicated or devoted to something. It takes auditory to build your ideal version of you. Fuck time. Stop counting the minutes. Count the actions you take to redirect your auditory. Or don't count the actions. Just execute. But as I reflect on this from time to time, the one thing that made all those other things I mentioned, the scripts, the programs, the free PDF guides, the self-help articles, etc., finally make a significant impact despite their significant content, was my going back to that time I felt and heard from within a low, disdain-toned voice grumble, "I will never forgive you." And I finally said to myself, "Please, I'm so sorry." And I embraced that child. And finally, that child trusted me enough to embrace me back.